ABC News Radio.
Okay, so Domino's perfect combo includes 2 medium on-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter of Coke. Today we're on the street asking real people how much they think it all costs. All of it? All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably 10 each.
75.
What if I told you that this Domino's perfect combo is only $19.99? Shut the front door. It's Domino's perfect combo, and it's all just $19.99.
Buying some pretzel sticks?
Excuse me?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless.
Okay.
What if you didn't eat all those pretzel sticks by the end of the month, so this store took them back?
Good luck.
That's how some wireless companies are with your data, but TracFone Wireless gives you unlimited carryover data with active service, so you keep what you pay for. Plans start at $20 a month.
Wow, that's cool.
Sir, are you bothering the customers?
Yeah, hang on. This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Hi, Lisa Wolf to tell you that the 5-hour Hollywood 360 show and the 30-minute Radio Rarities podcast can be emailed to you every Monday by buyers. That's 24 classic radio shows per month, plus the games, celebrity interviews, music trivia, and much more. Listen to Hollywood 360 and Radio Rarities whenever you'd like. Visit Hollywood360radio.com to subscribe. That's Hollywood360radio.com.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu.
Hey there, folks. Looking for the top expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance? Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent.
Good morning. Let me go ahead and get you guys in here. Get the live chat up so you can chat me up.
6525593 and speak to Charmaine, CP Financial top local sales agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Arnold here from Calvin Force. Calvin Force is Newland's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.calvinforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around. So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken, 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
You can use it to speak to you on a deeper level. Stars enjoy being available at every time Higgins and period on WQEE.
The Roughnecks so far.
Messages that we hope will leave you here inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so the show will be an open discussion. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rod Peterson here.
Good morning, folks.
Join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show. Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
You got that right. It's period number 1, kicking off 3 periods of nonstop play. Oh, it's a little rough day for some of you as we get ready to head into the weekend. TGIF edition. We're going to talk some UFL football. We're going to give you some Israel war news. It's Friday. We're going to have fun with Jim Gossett. All that's coming up next, or this morning. You know who I am. I'm RyanORadio, Penitentiary host with the most, Ryan O'Neal, of course, and No doubt about it. I'm the game. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast. Shout it out loud. Across that RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. I'm also across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, and finally, the Talk of Atlanta, right here at 99.1 FM, WQEE The Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, headline news, and your favorite morning show, the RyanORadio Penitentiary, which you're now in lockdown. Close the doors here. Close the cell doors. 3 periods of nonstop play coming up. We got hockey news, football news, and so much more. But first, to my haters out there, hold on, I got one thing to say to you. Listen up, haters. Damn straight, I'm the man around here, whether they like it or not. All right, welcome into period number 1 of RyanORadio Penitentiary. 3 periods of nonstop play coming up for you this morning, right here, all over the radio dial. Good morning. Why? What's up, my friend? Why? We appreciate you being with us. Worldwide, 50,000 plus of you all over the RyanORadio, all over the Shoutcast, across the RyanORadio media page, and the Metro Atlanta area. We thank you. How are you? Why? I'm doing well. Thank you, my friend, for joining us on the YouTube page there. Like, subscribe, and share. Coming up, we got Jim Gossett. Period. He should be with us in period number 2. He's got a big event coming up in Roswell this weekend, and we'll talk with comedian Jim Gossett and hear from him as he prepares for this weekend's sold-out show. Also, UFL football action. We're going to get you some details on that, and that's our poll question this morning. We'll talk about that momentarily. I'm glad you're good. Why? We appreciate you being with us. We'll get into Google firing some of their employees, 28 employees, over things going on. Listening in Australia. All right. Woo! We love Australia. United States and Australia seem to like this feed. And I'm down with that. I love all my friends from Australia because you guys are very funny. And most of you be like, well, we get canceled in the United States. No, you wouldn't. You just use the excuse that I'm from Australia. That's what I was telling someone the other day. He was in here, funny as all out. So we appreciate you guys in Australia, my friend. Why? Such a cool name. He's like, why? I love it. All right. Anyway, coming up, we'll talk about some people being fired from Google. What went on with that? You know, we had people being arrested yesterday. What's up? Hey, how you doing? Banksy? Hope that's how I said it right. On the YouTube. People got arrested yesterday. So for people like, man, they never arrested other people. They only want to come after me. Sorry. They're arresting all people for doing things wrong. So get over it. I'm down the middle. I'm a new news source, so I have no support. I'm not into, let's just say I don't support anybody on the Epstein's list. So actors, comedians, ball players, people who make millions of dollars off of all of us. Cool. That's cool. And that's all good too. If you support him, because I have friends that support him. Our comedian is coming on this morning is a big supporter. So I have no hate for anyone. I guess that's weird in this day and time. Why? So that I don't hate anybody that supports anybody they want to support. And I don't make fun of them. I guess that's weird for most people I know. Not for you, because you guys in Australia don't treat people like that. But anyway, we'll talk about the Google. We'll talk about Israel war. We'll have comedian Jim Gossett this morning, some sports, getting ready for the weekend, wrestling, just all kind of news for you. Tell you that a member of The Office who normally was known as Meredith. I love that show, The Office. Got kicked off. Got eliminated from The Masked Singer and all that good stuff. From what we see here in Australia, they say he's good. Well, I don't really know either way. I haven't really had a chance to even. I know that we have a lot of how you would say why. We have a lot of media here and a lot of clickbait stuff on the internet that bounces back and forth between him and the other one, and they get into arguments and fuss and they try to divide people. But it's kind of like what I'm gonna say about Patrick Mahomes today. If everybody was like him, then we probably wouldn't be having all this. You'd be like, oh, yeah, I like him. And then somebody said, well, I don't like him. And nobody would fight. Patrick Mahomes says you have to make your own decision. Wow. He said he's not going to influence anybody. Wow. So that's weird. That's weird. You know. Yeah, we don't talk about him. Everybody has their opinions about it. But, you know, there you go. Who has seen South Indian film Rolex? No, I have not seen it, Chocolate Boy. What my channel is about, why is we're a morning show in Atlanta. We have true crime, and I'm glad you asked. So let me go ahead and get it. We do True Crime Thursday. So we have experts that come on Thursdays, every Thursday morning, and we talk true crime with them in the final period. They bring us a story, a episode of something that went on in a small town. Sometimes people you know, some people you don't know. Second of all, they both, well, they're all on the Epstein's list, so I'm against all of them. So Weird Wednesday, we do weird news stories, history, and all that kind of stuff. Twisted Tuesday, my friend. Why? We do movie reviews. Mondays we do some sports, and Fridays we just have a good time. I'm a heavy metal guy. I don't need a haircut. I know you probably want. I'll tell you what. I live down in the woods, Bob. I'm gonna make fun of it. The other gentlemen are trying to say, "Hey, this is my opinion, and I don't like Biden. I think he sucks." You want to come and start acting like a child? I bet you Y and Bruno are probably young people. And I bet you're probably some, what do you call it? Some boomer that was stuck in 1950. What's up, Gordo? What you doing? I just woke up and hit the pookie. Well, you know, that's what happens. Sometimes people have to do that first thing in the morning. Hey, how you doing, Becca? I appreciate you guys tuning in on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. But yeah, why? It's a good variety of stuff. You know. Oh, you didn't do anything. I'm talking about somebody else trying to start some trouble there with us. I was talking about how you guys were just on here having a good time and giving your thoughts and asking questions. I was actually talking good about you. If you missed it, sorry about that, buddy. Yep. I was actually talking good about all you guys. No, I'm not. See, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm not openly gay. And I don't care whether somebody's gay or not, but you must be a boomer. Oh, Bruno says I'm 54. Well, you act like you're young, buddy. Genius. I'm kidding, Bruno. I'm kidding. But no, I'm just saying that you're a real nice guy is what I'm saying. You're 39? Well, you living in your mom's basement? I'm picking. He don't want to. He gonna cry and admit it. Uh-oh, you in trouble now, 39-year-old, whatever your name is. CK S6 South 6 is in the house today. Well, Bruno, you are awesome, brother. So I can tell everybody they can have their opinion there. And some of you might like the comedians coming on today, some of you might not, but I have friends everywhere. I respect everybody. No, actually, I'm married, buddy. And a 39-year-old talks like that. You must really live in your mom's basement. I'm going to say you never touched Diddy in a long time since you started the stream. I'm going to And even teenagers don't even act like that. I'm going to say stupid things. I'm going to say, a 39-year-old man says that stuff. Bruno, anybody here, how many 39-year-old men talk like that? Most of them would rather get up and go to work. The ones that talk like that are like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to play on the internet all day and think lizard people are real. 18 minutes past the hour. We're in the southern part, brother. In Georgia. Thank you, YYY. Appreciate you, my friend. No, actually, she looks really good. So, unfortunately, I don't know who that is. Yeah, Georgia is southern, dummy. I'm 39. I bet you guys, I bet you he was given one of those participation certificates known as a GED, and he probably can't get a job at McDonald's. Louisiana is southern. Oh, Louisiana talks like this. Yeah, they talk like that. Oh, Bruno, I know you didn't say that. Bruno. Bruno. Sorry, Bruno. Oh no. Okay, I gotta get this show started. I told you guys. Trolls just don't survive in here with my listeners. They just don't survive with my listeners. Keep digging 7. Texas isn't southern either, is it? There you go. Oh, before I get started, if you are from Texas, my friend, keep digging 7. Tell us the proper way of making chili. The proper way. Oh, we have. I guess you think me saying that you have a GED and everything. Bruno just said that this is what happens when cousins are, get together is what happened to you. You know what's going to happen? He's going to end up liking us all and he's going to stay on here. He goes, I want to play with all these people. They're fun. They're not throwing me off because I'm being mean. They're having fun with me. That's what, Damien. I'm sorry. We like to have fun here, and we're going to pick at you, and you're going to pick at everybody else, and nobody's going to throw you off. Nobody's going to kick you out for making, Well, let's see. Yeah, I got a GED. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. But yeah, you do? Okay. Well, that shows why you don't understand what Bruno was saying. I'm picking with you, brother. You got to have fun, man. All right. We appreciate you being with us anyway, Damien. We really do. You're not going to nobody's going to cry about you not being here or being here. We appreciate you still. All right. Let's jump into some headline news this morning. Headline news for all those fantastic folks. Google fires 28 workers after they went protesting. Now, some of you might agree or disagree with this. This is your opinions. All right. After protesting an alleged Israel deal with power in Gaza over the genocide on Wednesday, Google's VP said that many members of their group were having a sit-in, basically, kind of like the hippies did back in the day in the 60s, kind of like how some of your grandparents used to do. You know what I mean? Would be back there smoking their pot and piecing it out and all that good stuff. Anyway, our great-grandparents for some of you. Well, 28 people were found involved in a protest following an investigation because there's policies there that you don't bring it to work. You can do what you want to do outside of work, but you don't bring it to work. Up to 9 people have been arrested in New York City and California for the protest between Palestine and the Gaza Strip and everything that's going on there. Wow. Brino's told you, Brino. Told you he's got him. I'm sick. Are you too? I'm not sick. I've just been talking way too much, but I hope you get feeling better, my friend. I didn't know if I got, all right, keep digging 7. I'm glad you're from Texas. What's the proper way of making chili, with or without beans? That's a question that's been asked many a times. And I know my listeners want to know. We want to do it the Texas way. All right, the Texas way. Texas barbecue and Texas chili. We want to do it that way. All right, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. LA officials have said an LA officer who fatally shot a 14-year-old girl back in 2021 will not be charged. The 14-year-old was killed December 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve in 2021 in North Hollywood at a Burlington coat factory, as her and her mom were hiding inside of the store as a gunman was in there and police went after this gunman. Officer William Jones Jr. opened fire on the gunman, 24-year-old Daniel Lopez, and ended up accidentally ricocheting off the floor and going through the wall of one of the changing rooms that killed the young lady. No charges are being brought against this officer. And I tell you, he's probably not, and he's probably sitting there every day thinking, it ricocheted on an accident. A young child died because I was trying to save people. Yep. So not everybody on the hose of bad. I hope he's not sitting around drinking himself to death. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he's taking going to therapy and everything. I hope that they paying for his therapy and stuff and everything, because really and truly, some of our officers out there, all of them need therapy once a week. And for the stuff that they see that we don't want to see. And I've talked to many of them on some of the things they've saw. And brothers and sisters, I'd be wanting to hurt somebody. Yeah, I've worked in radio. I am in radio. It's radio, WQEE. This is actually radio. So I've worked in radio for a long time. Why, my friend. But if you got a radio station down there in Australia, I'll come. Or you can put this radio show on there. I'll be cool. But yeah, I hope that he gets the help he needs, because it was an accident. It wasn't meant. I know the family is, oh my God, they should have took more precautions. It's hard to take precautions in situations, not knowing when these bullets going to ricochet. This tells you that that can happen to anyone. So. Bruno says you need to up your trolling game, Damien, because it sucks. You figured by the time that they're 39 years old that they would know how to do that better, right? Teenagers troll like that, and then they stay in here and have a good time with us. Like 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, they troll like that, and they stay in here and have a good time. I don't know if I'd want to mess with them. Some of my listeners, guys, I told you that. But anyway, 27 minutes past the hour. Currently, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what the conditions are. 67 degrees under cloudy skies, rain in the forecast today in the metro Atlanta area. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Before we go into the break here, as I smack my microphone on its side to cause it to start buzzing. Yeah, I know it's not supposed to be buzzing, guys. That's cool. I ain't never heard of them, but I'll check them out if I can find them on the internet somewhere. I always like to listen to other people. YY said the biggest radio station in his area is 106.5. It's called Kiss FM with Kyle and Jackie O in the show. I'll Google them. I definitely will. All right. UFL football this weekend, guys. I know that everybody's in CFL is about to begin in May next month. as well. We've got NFL drafts going on, UFL football, spring football brought together XFL and USFL this season. And the Birmingham Stallions of the USFL are the number one team overall. They're 3-0 on the season, looking good. Michigan is in second place. The Panthers this is under the USFL division, 2-1. Memphis Showboats are 1-2, and the Houston Roughnecks are 0-3. In the XFL division, 2-1 DC Defenders, who play this weekend against the Birmingham Stallions. The St. Louis Battlehawks are 2-1. The San Antonio Brahmas are 2-1 from the XFL division. And finally, the Arlington Renegades, ladies and germs. So it looks like right there, well, we got 3 teams from Texas. Okay. That's what the standings are so far. So what UFL team do you expect to win their first? Do you expect to get their first win of the season? The Houston Roughnecks representing USFL or the Arlington Renegades representing the XFL? 67% of you so far say the Roughnecks. 33% say the Renegades. The Renegades have a tie to our area, just right up the road to Fairburn, where there's going to be another coach that's coaching a local team out of National Arena League team called the Peach State Cats from Fairburn. Is also a part of a community where 3 members of that community, 3 were part of a group called the Landmark Christian War Eagles, which head coach Tommy Lewis is part of our shows every Monday. We got local guys tied to the Renegades this weekend, so I'm pulling for the Renegades, even though I'm agreeing with you guys on the Roughnecks. Who do you like more, Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey? Man, that's like asking me which one of my grandkids I like the most. Okay, the 39-year-old guy's going to come back and pick at me, guys. That's all right. Brino will take care of him for me. Like, oh, I'm 54. I'm on my brother's side. We still look 20, don't we, Brino? Generation X, we take care of ourselves. We looked 30 when we were teenagers, and we still look 30 when we're whatever. Generation X. Such a hard question. It is a hard question, my friend, and I say it's hard for me to decide because I love them both. As far as both of them are different, bring different comedic talent to the movies, but I can watch anything that either one of those gentlemen create without being offended. They were just always funny. I mean, come on, Jim Carrey, Fire Marshal Bill way back in the day. Let me tell you something. Back in a moment. I guess he came off, guys. Y'all scared him out. Started being nice to him. He's like, Dad, come in. He's being nice to me. Gee whiz. Come. For those that don't know, there was somebody on trying to be a troll, and you guys scared him off. Be like, I'm back. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna keep messing with you.
Chance of showers affected to your parking cloud in Monday, I-69 and Lowgate 46. That's your after weather forecast, sponsored by Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those weather scooters with weekends at all. Michael the Crew Kings terminated the latest Smackdown 42. Monthly recurring pest control services, plus specific services like terminate and food control.
They get bored. Yeah, they get bored when I mess with them back, too, and then all of you guys mess with them. But, I'll go on my feed and check how many people have been watching and liking and stuff, and these daggum trolls click follow me. They like it. They send me messages. I'm like, what? I thought you didn't like me. Bro, Oh, I've been following you for quite some time. Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong, brother? And I come here for an anonymous ID and fake my ID so that you can't recognize me. You better give me $20 or you may die. Oh God. You just don't know, man, how you guys, you don't know how you guys make my day and make my show feel better. Now you're causing my Navajo Nation people to make jokes and stuff too on their feeds. I love it. Well, I'm just gonna have to die. I don't have that for you, bro. One of my clients didn't pay me yet. They still owe me 6 months. Oh well, can't pay you. Not 20, it's like 20 LAC dollars. Oh, what is that? Let me know. You got that right. It's all right because you are saved by the bell. Our poll question this morning on the network and across the YouTube page, like, share, and subscribe, is which UFL team do you expect to win their first game of the season this week? The Houston Roughnecks take on the Arlington Renegades. 60% of you say the Roughnecks, 40% say the Renegades this weekend in Texas. All righty, let's jump right back into it. 67 degrees out there under kind of cloudy skies. The sun's trying to peek out behind the clouds in the Atlanta metro Atlanta area. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Good morning, Sweet Leaf. How you doing this morning? You're like, everybody's just having a good time over there. Sue says, who's messing with you? I'll get them. Hey, that's the Navajo Nation. I'm not worried about it. I know you'll get them, Sue. Tim's like, oh, they want to mess with Ryan. Bob's like, good luck with that. I love my Navajo Nation people. Alice says, good morning from Canada. Good morning, Alice. As well as, hey, Diana in South Wales. She's giggling all morning. She says, make it messing with you. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Good morning to Kiko in Japan. Are you all right after what happened with the 6.6 magnitude earthquake? She says, yes, it didn't affect me as much. Okay, in my area. Good. Also, good morning to Robert in Australia and David and Michael up in Canada, A. You think I'm joking? I'm not. I'm a tier 1, and I scrap my ID at any time without you knowing about it. I'm going to put a hit and run before you, but better understand. Okay. I've been threatened by better. And dude, I live in the South. Okay. I have all kind of good old boy rednecks around me. You think I'm scared? They look, and the ones that don't have no education, you come on, bring the hit on. I know you're joking, but I'm going to put a hit on you. Sweetly's like, oh my God, somebody wants to kill you, right? Ooh. Dude, first of all, I got God on my side. Second of all, I'm surrounded by a bunch of good old boy rednecks with guns. And then third of all, I'm surrounded by gangsters with guns. So I'm not even worried about it. Okay. Send them on. They won't even survive in the South. They won't even make it here. They'll run into the wrong part of town. Somebody say, son, you in the wrong part of town. We're going after that Ryan O'Neal. Boy, you ain't going there. Hey, guys, get the rope. Go ahead. I mean, if I was in New York City I might be a little afraid. If I was in a big city, I might be afraid. But, dude, I'm in the South. Want to know who is stupid here? Then we will see who really laughs at the end. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny. I'm really going to put an end to your life at 3 p.m. Mark my date. You just don't know. You don't know who you messing with, buddy. I'm not some little small YouTuber in my mom's basement making fun of everybody. I'm in the damn South, dude. Okay. I'm telling you, you don't know. You'll never make it out of your third world country. Thank you. All right. Let's jump back to it 20 minutes away from the top of the hour before we were interrupted by a threat on my life by somebody that I think they're just a jokester trying to make a joke. I have spoken enough. I've spoken enough. Let me just act. Actions speak louder than words. I saw that in one of those Marvel and DC movies. I shall destroy you. No, you shall not. Here's somebody else living through movies and shows. Kind of like the boomers lived through watching soap operas going, I hate everybody until Christmas time. I shall destroy you. Yeah, he shall destroy me. He's going to come get me. 3 p.m. Today I shall get you. And for listeners out there that don't know what I'm talking about, I got somebody on the YouTube page acting like they're playing around like they're going to threaten to get me. Maybe they will end my life. And I'm just like, look, I'm in the South. Every neighbor I have out here, where I'm at downtown. Every neighbor I have, where the station is at, they all have guns. You're not going to make it through here. We're Metro Atlanta. Come on. Hey, you may speak anything about me, but better not about my country, India. Nobody hates India. We got people from India here, brother. What's wrong with you? We don't act like that here. This is America. We don't act like that here. Whatever. Do you find it hard to type with all your... Oh, never mind. I can't read that over there, but go ahead. Good question, Brina. There goes, Sweetly says, it goes another, what do you call it? Tro down the drain. Yep. Sue's says, yeah, Ryan, don't worry. We also got your back here at the Navajo Nation. Uh-oh. All right. Let's talk about this, guys. You remember the show The Office, all right, as, we continue to move forward. How's it going? Burr. Is that burp up? Burp up? Burp up? How you doing, brothers or sister, whichever one you are? We'll appreciate you being with us. The Office's Kate Flanderer, better known as Meredith on The Office, was the latest celebrity to be eliminated on The Masked Singer this past Wednesday night. She was dressed as a goldfish. You know, those goldfish. She sang Baby Come Back and the show must go on. Kevin Hart was the first to go this season. He was dressed as a book. 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 Oh, man. And also other people that have left was Savannah Chrisley, who was the second to go, this reality star, and her parents who are in jail for so-called tax evasion. Cisco, Charlie Watson, Colton Underwood, I think that's who's married to the Underwood singer, and Billy Bash in season 11 so far. Thanks. I just mentioned that third world countries, so I said it like that. Well, don't worry about it. I don't think anybody's a third world country. He was just saying that to take up for me. Yeah, that's right. No worries. I'm not worried. Like I said, coming in Atlanta, first coming in Atlanta, you're gonna meet all the gangbangers. You won't make it through there. Then you're gonna get into the Metro Atlanta small communities where all the good old boys at. You won't make it through there. So, I'm just saying, Georgia is a nice place to live if you live here, but you come messing around. Everybody's like, shh. Oh, Atlanta is a big place. You really want to be the boo Batman. Well, I too got my Joker's card ready, and let's see when the joke's on you. Riddle me this, Joker. Do you really want to mess with a guy that's got 50,000 listeners worldwide on his shoutcast? People in the Navajo Nation. You have to get through Atlanta and through the gangbangers first. And if you can get through them, then you're going to have to get through the good old boys. Riddle me this. You won't survive. I know it's got to be somebody joking. That's why I'm not taking it serious, guys. They're just making my show this morning. It's probably somebody who's following me all the time, loving what I do. All right, let's take a break. 15 minutes away from the top of it. What? Oh, okay, there you go. Hey, greetings, ABC. How you doing this morning, my brother? From another mother, Jordan's buddy. All right, we're going to take a break. Back in a moment. We got a lot of fantastic things going on. And we'll return on the network. We got more stuff to talk about. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. And we're going to still pick it with our friend from India. Because I told him we don't have any hate for him here. One of my clients is from India, by the way. It's a big group. Oh, he's a 13-year-old kid. Well, I knew it had something to do with that. We can still have fun. That's why I wasn't worried about it. Back in a moment. As a kid. Oh, that's so cool. I block all the kids. That's what how is it on there? YouTube says is this made for kids? And I put no. Because I don't want kids on here. How did he get on here? Back in a moment. He must be a computer genius for real. All right, back in a moment.
Baseball fried chicken is back in a brand new 31 Jackson Street, Sweet A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around.
You did. Awesome, ABC. I figured he was a kid, Marino, because that's why I was laughing and joking. But most of the time kids can't get on there. I'll block that age group for a certain below. You're 25? Well, you're still a genius, buddy. because you figured out how to get on here. I'm picking. All right, he's 25, but he acts 13. Is that what you tell your teachers? I'm 25. And then they get in trouble and go, I know he was a student of mine, but he said he was 25. We're just dating. He does act 13, don't he? That's fine, man. As long as he stays on here. I'm not going to block him or anything. I'm not worried. When he figures out that everybody don't hate people, everybody in America don't hate him, he's going to stop acting up. You did ABC? Cool. I mean, that's really what it is. At least he's not. Genius people don't make death threats on the internet. I know. I was kind of joking about him being a genius. I was being kind of sarcastic. Sorry, buddy. But I agree with you. He's just mad because he's probably just mad because some clickbait news media made him think that everybody hates him all over the world and his people, and they don't. That's just a clickbaiter trying to get millions of likes and followers. You keep working, ABC. You keep doing these practices. I'm telling you, one day something's going to come out, brother. Welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. We appreciate you. We're about finished with this period, going into period number 2. We should have Jim Gossett, comedian extraordinaire, joining us this morning. He's a conservative comedian, so for some of my conservative people out there. I failed miserably, bro. I failed miserably. Yeah, I know. All right. We'll have him coming up for those of you that like that. Don't, please stay with us anyway. We're good, pretty much diverse here. We're for everybody. Coming up, we'll have our daily devotion because my Navajo Nation people, Sweet Leaf keeps asking for it. He loves it. Sue and all them, we will get it for him. I know it's weird that the Navajo Nation's asking me to do a daily devotion, but they've been listening to me a while. 25 radio, internet, and real radio stations out there. I appreciate them. All right, before we get ready to the top of the hour, which UFL team do you expect to get their first win of the season? The Houston Roughnecks or the Arlington Renegades? 62% of you think the Roughnecks are going to beat the Renegades, 38%. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Stay right there. More on the way. You're tuned in to RyanORadio Penitentiary. Hold on a minute. You are a unique one. I'm a unique one. What? I want to go back and read. I tried this stuff with some people on long term, but they got serious and we're going to call the police on me, actually. We kind of figured that you were joking. You know what I mean? We kind of figured that you were I knew you were messing with me. And that's why I was messing back with you. And we kind of figured that. That's right, Brino went and looked you up. He kind of figured it too. But no, we have a good time in here. You want to stay, you can follow, like, and subscribe and be friendly with us too. We have a good time here, my friend. Everybody has a different personality. I know they got scared because the reason they got scared is they thought that everything they were saying was really serious and they were so important. I love what I do. I just don't think I'm that important, so I didn't think you would want to get rid of me. Oh, Lord. It means son. I voted for Houston Roughnecks. Thank you, ABC. Well, he might have just been joking. And I understand. I thank my listeners for those are the only call center jobs I was telling everybody about yesterday. Those are the only call center jobs available right now. Everybody can say anybody can get a job anywhere. No, sorry, they can't. I was just joking in here and taking a chance, but I too was enjoying the flow of this stupid joke. It's good, man. It's all good. As you can tell, the audience here, they all like joking and they all like messing with people, but I appreciate them being a part of the station and are part of the show and care enough to take up for me too. So yeah, you can. Can I sing the national anthem of California? If that's what you want to do, I don't care. If that's what you like. I've got people who, like I say, got people who like different things and different people. So the whole point of this show is to bring everybody together. I think somebody asked me, why asked me earlier. That's the main part of it, is to bring everybody together. But y'all's made my show go fun today. Woo! Yeah, I wouldn't go into the calling the police on anybody today. I was just going to keep doing what I normally do.
Israeli officials said it was a limited strike. Shortly after launching the attack, sirens began sounding in northern Israel.
Being childish is good sometimes. You judging me 13.
Lebanon under attack from Iranian-funded Hezbollah. United States vetoes
Are you really from India, or did you just say that? There we go. They're going to be joking. I don't know. Brino is 54-year-old gentleman. So I don't know. He's probably got a lot more experience when it comes to, jumping back there. So I wouldn't want to mess with him. You're not being childish. You were being a terrorist scam artist. Ooh. Well, he did apologize, so I'll take his apology, especially since there was no way I could have gave him any kind of money anyway. I don't just give money to anybody anyway, except for the wife. You're really from India. Cool. Cool. Got a buddy downstairs. His name's Terry. He's from India. In fact, I'll tell you what we've been trying to do at this radio station here. What I've been trying to do, because we're such a diverse station, is I was trying to get some educational programming on from other countries. So teaching everybody different things. Since school don't want to teach anybody. But you can tell that some of my listeners are very much protected, as you can tell. Very, very much protected. Hi from the UK. What's up, Richard? What's your live about today? Well, I'm supposed to have a comedian call in, but it's Friday, so we just have a good time, fun, talk different things, sports and different things. Richard? Andra Polanis, my lovely bride, is on. Woo-hoo! Asking for a ransom is beyond joking, but I'm done talking about the football. Thank you. Thank you for being concerned too. I appreciate you.
NBC News Radio, I'm Mark Minky. The Iranian Security Council is reportedly meeting after an Israeli airstrike early Friday morning. U.S. officials confirmed Israel launched an attack.
Oh, really? Wow. That's interesting. I kind of figured that. I'm usually nice to the people that call from there here. What's up, BK on the air? Baby is screaming. Oh. Happy Friday, BK. How you doing? Oh, ABC is singing the California theme song. Which baby is screaming? Both of them? It's probably young Roro. I'm usually nice to the people that call, but and they transfer over to somebody. But I'll be getting those calls from scammers all day, guys. I was talking about that yesterday. There's only about 4 or 5 calls, and you guys have call centers there. We don't really have real call centers in America anymore. Everything's artificial intelligence. People don't really have real jobs here anymore. It's weird that I go on this live stream and do this for the radio station.
President Biden received a major endorsement from more than a dozen members of the Kennedy family. I'm RyanShelander.
And that's as far as the YouTube character limit will let me sing it. You know, summer, spring, winter, summer, spring, and the fall in California are all the same. It cools off a little bit during the winter. Cools. But summer, spring, and fall, you can go swimming. And the cool thing about it is you can go to the beach in the afternoons and go to the mountains in the morning and ski. Weird out there. I forgot to sing that song in the movie Civil War. When Texas and California came together to fight the rest of the regular states, whatever they were called.
Baseball Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Is Wishbone.
Yeah, you can't put music on YouTube because I can tell you from being in the broadcast business that radio stations and television stations pay what we call BMI and ASCAP, which is the music group that pays all the artists out there that get paid. And YouTube hasn't done that, but they will do it pretty soon. And I know a lot of people think, well, my favorite band's on here, well, that's their channel. So on their personal channel that they put up from themselves, their music can be played. But if you try to play it on the channel, they're going to block you. Because they don't pay ASCAP and BMI, neither does Facebook. Once they start paying them, then you'll see how it's easier for you to play it or put it on there. Now, if you're on your own channel, if you got your own channel and you're playing, they're probably not going to monetize it if you're doing a cover. But
Every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern, you'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
This is the Make a Difference Minute.
And the Mark White Show.
Are you building your dream home? Or have you decided to stay in your current home and remodel? Either way, we all know that kitchens and baths are smart investments when it comes to the value and livability of our homes. Regardless of the project size or complexity, you want and deserve quality products and amazing service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. A big part of that service is dealing with people that understand their products and can provide advice and consultation that you can rely on. Sounds like a tall order for sure. Who can give you the brands you know and trust and the professional help you deserve? Our friends over at Home Supply Company, of course. They are the go-to for all of your kitchen, bath, and DIY needs. Visit their locations in Huntsville and Athens, and you will understand the difference of the Park Supply way. Large selection, a small hometown feel you love. Mention this ad and receive a one-time coupon good for $10 off or a $50 purchase. Go to parksupplycompany.com and connect with them today. On this Make a Difference Minute, I have Kane Watkins, who is the Assistant Director at Lawrence County EMS. He's talking about a special young lady who recently went into cardiac arrest and was unresponsive, and then her mom reached out to have a training for their entire family to learn CPR and the use of an AED.
That's definitely one of those calls that no EMS responder ever wants to hear. You never want to get a call where we have a child that's unresponsive in cardiac arrest. We know that this child's laying in front of whoever that's on that scene. They're unresponsive. They're not breathing. They don't have a heartbeat. Last year, that happened to Elena at Leon Elementary School. She was on the playground playing with her friends and just suddenly collapsed. Thanks to the wonderful staff at Leon Elementary School, they have a great response team that responded out to her, got an AED to her, and started CPR. Ultimately, by the time EMS got there, she was unresponsive for a short time after EMS arrived. But by the time we got her in the ambulance, starting to assess her and prepare her for transport, she actually regained a heartbeat, started breathing on her own, and eventually actually woke up. She was not very happy with us at the time. Of course, she didn't realize what all was going on, but she ultimately found out she had a really rare heart condition, and a lot of members of her family have been tested for that, found out that
EM.org. Also encourage you to follow Lawrence County EMS on Facebook. Be sure to follow The Mark White Show on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to The Mark White Show podcast wherever you get your podcasts. This is Mark White, encouraging you to find your purpose by making a difference in someone's life today.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its...
they'll probably do it previous if they do a. Here we go. Western Florida and the Florida Alliance. I've watched it. Yep. It was a pretty good movie for what it was. Florida Alliance had Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, something like that, Louisiana. Nobody went through them states in the movie, so obviously they were all regular. We were all, we got mortgages to pay. We'll just let whoever the governor of Florida is be the president of our states. That's what that movie was about for those. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's period number 2 underway. We're supposed to have a great guest coming up here in just a few moments. But first, we're kicking off period number 2 with what's going on in the world around us. Headline news, this, that, and the other. Stay tuned as the RyanORadio Penitentiary is kicking off period number 2. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host of the most, the Ryan O'Neal, and of course, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into period number 2. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, shout it out loud across the RyanORadio media page. Earth Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada, ladies and gentlemen. We're also across the Georgia Communication and Family Radio stations, East Alabama, West Georgia, including right here at 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, home of Southern Sports, inspirational talk, and hold on, we're part of Headline News. Real Headline News brings everybody together. And ladies and germs, we appreciate you being with us. To my haters, I got this to say to you. No doubt about it, I am the man around here, whether they like it or not. Period number 2 is underway. We're supposed to have Jim Gossett join us, a comedian extraordinaire who's got a big event coming up this Saturday night in Roswell. Sold out show from comedian and political expert Jim Gossett. That's coming up shortly. So we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. And we've got a couple more hours left with you. 11 minutes past the hour. Current conditions, we're holding at 67 degrees under cloudy skies in the metro Atlanta area. Ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this channel things pans out for me. Awesome. Yes, it will be. Your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodent critters or gooey things at all. Michael the Crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All righty. It's time for us do a little bit of headline news for you. Dropping a little wrestling headline news for you. I want to get into the Vince McMahon thing a little later on. Yes, he is. He's funny as him. He is. He's supposed to be with me this morning, so I'm going to give him a couple of minutes and he's supposed to be calling in. But he was sick last week, so he was supposed to be with us on last Friday. Let's do a little bit of headline news for you. Matt Hardy, who was crapped on in AEW, him and his brother Jeff. Booker T says, I'd love to see Matt and Jeff back in the WWE. Matt says he's had talks with the World Wrestling Entertainment. And even on his own podcast, he talked about a possibility of being part of this new Wyatt Six with Uncle Howdy, a.k.a. Taylor Rotunda, Eric Rowland coming back, maybe still with the company, who's on injury list. The big man himself, who was in with the monster among men, and Alexa Bliss possibly joining up with the crew. Everybody that had something that was hooked up to Bray Wyatt, including Matt Hardy's delete. That's right. Broken Matt Hardy. He would be happy to join back up. And so there you go. He'll be happy to join back up, and we'll see what he has to say. Well, the AEW footage of Jack Perry, CM Punk footage from back at the wrestling, in London and All In and all that kind of stuff. It was the biggest mark last week for AEW when they showed it. Even EVP Kenny Omega's like, well, people get a little heated. He kind of wants to step down from his position. I think Kenny Omega wants to leave the company. I think he sees the writing on the wall. The money, yeah, you can have all the money in the world, but if people are walking out of your events, come on. When OVW is selling out 50 people in their arenas every Thursday night for 2 hours. No, 30 people. I'm sorry, 30 people. And you're getting these big events, and you get these big stadiums like the WWE or a little smaller than WWE, and you can barely fill them up. There's something going on. There's something going on, ladies and gentlemen. A lot going on, if I say so myself, in the world of wrestling entertainment. A lot going on in AEW, I should say. And since I showed the footage, it gave them a spark on television, which I didn't watch because I felt like it was stupid to do it. And it was used as a promo for WrestleMania all over, basically. Yep, something in the water. But with the whole CM Punk Jack Perry thing, and Jack Perry, cry me a river, I'm a mark, and he can't even come back to the AEW because of this. And of course, he's not the biggest name of all times. His daddy was a big name, Luke Perry from 90210. But other than that, good morning, Pete. Thank you for joining us. I know it's your off day, and I appreciate it. And recently, Jim Ross spoke on his Grillin' JR podcast, and he talked about what AEW Dynasty coming up, and he's going to be actually just going to be doing pay-per-views, and his plans to be there because he wants to call the Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay match. His thoughts on the House of Black, he's a fan of their work. They do a great job. He says now his thoughts on the backstage footage, AEW's footage of what happened at All In. The value of showing the footage to me was the fact that you got on with your storytelling for further in marrying FTR and the Bucks. So to me, when that was the direction that was chosen, I was much more comfortable showing the footage. Other than that, I'm not sure what it meant. I'm not sure why we did it, other than the fact that it helped to tie together the very crucial and important pay-per-view match. So that's my thoughts and the deal on it. So that's what he's thinking. That's the way it should have been. But, there's always a but, ladies and gentlemen, because we all have one, like a nose. There's always a but. So, the big but to me, and I cannot lie, is it made AEW look bad. It made it look petty. I mean, if it was going to be for storyline purposes, great. But it made them look bad. And it's further in pushing Jack Perry's career down the drain. Okay? Even when Punk talked about this on MMA Hour, he didn't really he said the altercation, and he didn't talk bad about Perry because he knows the kid's got to have a future. He's got an attitude right now, And he knows he had an attitude when he started. He knows The Miz and so many other people he worked with had attitudes when they started. Some young people are like that when they get in these businesses. So CM Punk didn't want to bury the kid. But Tony Khan don't seem to understand. He's want to get so much revenge out there on what CM Punk said. He's going to place it on TV. And Kenny Omega thought it was a bad idea. You know, people get into it. He said, but I'm just an EVP and don't want to be an EVP. So to me, Tony Khan, I know you guys are listening. You go back and listen to the show and download my show and listen to it. That was not a bright idea, fella. It just was not a good idea. It was not a good idea to do that. You're burying Jack Perry even more. Yeah, he can be a big heel. No, I have no Cal in the background. I had to look up there for a minute because I almost thought you might be right. But to me, it didn't benefit anything unless it's pushing the storyline. Tony Schiavone looked like he was disgusted by it. Jim Ross is trying to be very politically correct about it because they work for the company. And this could bury the company overall, especially the week before when Adam Copeland come out and talk highly favorable of the wrestling industry as a whole and support everybody from WWE to NWA to AEW to all the smaller ones like NWA, TNA. You know, he was like, just go out and support them all. So my thoughts is whoop-de-doo. Support them all. Yes. And then the next week they show that. Yeah. All right. AEW Dynasty's coming up, I think, this month. I'm not really sure. I have not been paying attention to AEW all that much since they wanted to start, since after WrestleMania, since before WrestleMania, way before that, since it started getting kind of boring again. Top matches for the show is AEW World Championship on the line. Samoa Joe serves Strickland. Good match. Bryan Danielson taking on Will Ospreay. Very good match. AEW Women's Championship, Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa. Fantastic match. AEW TBS Champion, Julia Hart versus Willow Nightingale. Good, pretty decent match. Not a great match, but all right. The vacant AEW Tag Team Title Finals ladder match. The Young Bucks take on FTR. FTR will be good. AEW Continental Champion, Anoki, taking on Pac. So it looks like Eddie Kingston only has one title, the open weight title from New Japan. He's lost the Ring of Honor World title to Mark Briscoe. No, Jay Briscoe. I'm sorry, Mark's passed away. Jay Briscoe. And he's lost to Okada, the Continental Clack Championship. So also included new additional matches will be trios match. Both trios titles will be on line. AEW trios title against Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships. Winner takes all. The Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and Billy Gunn take on Jay White and the Guns. Both titles on the line in the pre-show. And FTW champion versus Hook versus Chris Jericho. But Tony Khan said the winner of the trios match would be the undisputed trios champions, indicating the titles are going to be unified. So, all right. So we're going to unify titles finally. They don't need to come out with 6 titles. That's just my opinion. It's another thing that's got it boring. 22 minutes past the hour, ladies and germs. You're tuned in to RyanORadio Penitentiary, and we appreciate you're in lockdown with us this hour. Coming up a little later on this morning, we're going to do our daily devotion. ABC says, any relation between what? And the rest? No, I don't know. I don't think so. It's from my childhood is how I got a fear of cows. Oh, but don't worry about any cows in here. We don't obey the cow gods here. That's a song by the Green Jello, which I played in that band years ago. All right, let's take a look at a couple other headlines. Tonight, AJ Styles takes on LA Knight, and the winner of that will challenge the WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes at the next pay-per-view. I forgot what the name of it is. It's Backlash or something like that. All right, in other news, Israel launched an attack against Iran early this morning, and a state-run media reporting explosions near a military base in the center city of an Iran city was bombed. At least 3 blasts were heard near the military base, according to Iran's Fan News, starting an air defense system, which made it very suspicious of those flying over the northeastern city of Iran. Oh, my goodness. Well, Netanyahu said he was going to get back at him. Netanyahu. Second Brigade General Mahastadu told the official Islam Republic news agency that the city's air defense fired at a suspicious object and no damage had been reported. The scale of the attack was not immediately clear, as senior military officials appear to downplay the reports of a larger Israel attack. Citing several unnamed Israel and Iran officials, the New York Times reported that the explosions in the area were from an Israel military strikes, and other news sources also reported that Israel's attack early Friday morning on Iran, citing 2 U.S. officials, including one who said the United States was given advance notice of this. We knew about it, they say. Well, we are Israel's allies. So. The Biden administration has yet to comment, but the U.S. Embassy in Israel, in response to the restricted travel of United States government employees and their families members to the greater area of Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and other areas until further notice. According to the Nuclear Threat Initiative, a global security organization, the area that they bombed had a technical center for the largest nuclear research complex. So there you go. Whew, wow. That's some of the headline news you got there, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? In other news, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signs a school bills saying Satanists not welcome. I'm not against that. Sorry, Satanists. If he just said Muslims not welcome, then I would be against that because people have different views. But Satanists not welcome, hey, I'm not against that. Extreme temperatures in the Sahara Desert are going to make man-made warming, study finds. In Philadelphia, Kennedy family endorses Biden's re-election campaign. The Kennedy family does. And Maryland mass school shooting after teen arrested. We'll talk about that right quick. Got a couple of them I want to talk about and everything. Like I said, after the break, I'm going to talk about the Ron DeSantis one. I know people don't want to hear about it because it's going to make them mad. I don't care about making people mad. I was getting threatened this morning and it turned out to be a joke. The guy's like, you took it pretty well. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Maryland police have arrested a teenager on charges of threatening mass violence after investigators turned up evidence the suspect was planning to carry out a mass shooting in a suburban area neighborhoods of the Maryland schools. Alex Yee, 18, of Rockville, Maryland, whose legal name is Andrea Yee, was arrested on Wednesday after authorities were alerted to 129-page propaganda that Yee allegedly wrote that included descriptions of carrying out mass shootings at high schools and elementary schools in the area. Yee, as described in the writing of the fiction, ladies and gentlemen, Kennedys are gangster losers, says Red Bricks. I will see the freedom we have on this radio station, whether you like or dislike somebody, you can say things. Man, what happened to you mean this guy's taking it back old school? He's letting people have opinions and not arguing with them? No, man, I give you the news stories. Some of them I give you and let you read for yourself, because I know you're capable of doing it. Unlike the clickbaiters in the other news media that think you're don't think you're able to do so. ABC says that he likes the Kennedys. Cool. See there. All right. Yee has described in her writing as fiction, including disclaimer saying as much. The work doesn't represent the author's belief, she says. Now, of course, we talked about yesterday an author doing this and being accused of this in Poland, but with our true crime expert, Courtney Lizo from the Book of the Dead podcast. But a witness with whom Yee shares the writing with said authorities looked into it early in March, saying it was kind of similar to things that could happen. The witnesses also believe that the writings indicate Yee was prepared to carry out a mass shooting immediately. The court document said Yee later described in the writings as his thoughts in an interview. His thoughts, I thought she was a female. Andrea. I don't know. So it was a guy named, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out, guys. I know that some of my right to the right people are like, I'll say what it is, Ryan. Some of my left will be like, no, don't say that. I'm just trying to figure out the news story while I'm telling you. The investigation concluded that Yee's writing had portion of fiction and nonfiction qualities. The witness told police that the writings were about a transgender main character named James Wong, who had been bullied in school and other issues that the witnesses believed was directed at Yee's life and not indicated to be fiction. Police say in court records that Yee is a biological female but uses a male pronouns. Oh, okay. Kind of like what happened in Tennessee there a couple of years ago. Attacking that school full of children. Well, they stopped this person from doing it. Police found the social media posts and online materials as a part of their investigation, including a web searching for gun ranges near me, description of AR-15 assault rifles, and phrases like, but I don't recognize that my plan is fully unethical. It's selfish and evil. So records and chat records were found. So police are doing their jobs, guys. Ever since some of these shootings, we said, that's been the question from both sides of the aisle, right? Oh, he's all right. You can ramble. That's fine. You can be on the page ramble. I don't care. See, what we've been asking for years since the shooting's been happening, what can we do? What they're doing, they're researching. They've got teams on it. We're paying people, which people have jobs to get paid, and these people need to get paid to research and do this thing and point things out so they can send it to police, and police can take care of this before it happens, because this could have been carried out and been dangerous, and this was stopped before it even was started. Gail on the Zoo Crew in Tennessee, I know you want to hear that. That's something you've been wanting to hear. Hopefully when she pops in later on. I guess Jim's is a little out of it today too. So when we come back from the break, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we'll talk about another bill that the governor of Florida signed. No wonder there's a Florida alliance there in that movie Civil War. But nobody ever went through those states, so there was never any fighting, I guess, in those states. So maybe they were just living peacefully. I don't know. I mean, I watched the movie over the weekend. It was through the eyes of Kirsten Dunst's character, basically. All right, back over the weekend. And I'm talking about the movie Civil War, if you don't know. All right, our poll question this morning. Which UFL team do you expect to win have their first win this season? 53% of you believe the Houston Roughnecks are going to beat the Arlington Renegades, with only 47% of you. It's starting to come up, the poll question. And we'll talk some sports. We got you some River Dragons hockey to talk about. As tonight, I'm going to tell you one of our big winners, he got a 6-pack to go see the River Dragons. It is a joke that Jim never shows up. He could be. He don't really need to be on. He sold out his show this weekend. But of course, we played the spot on the network here, so we're gonna take a little bit of credit for that. Just kidding. I would never take credit from a brother, man. Jim's a hardworking man. Back in a moment. Guys, if you're tuning in for the first time, this is Real Radio in the Metro Atlanta area. Your opinions matter. We don't care which side of the aisle you're on. We're not going to dog your candidates. I mean, I'm going to pick on both of them for falling asleep, but that's just because of their age. But then I'm going to remember that I fall asleep early, so I can't do that. It wouldn't be right to make fun of them. But we definitely not going to put anybody down for their thoughts here. Thank you, Red Bricks. I'm trying to take radio back to what it is and try to take over YouTube and Facebook so that we can do what we're supposed to do. The opinions of our listeners and what matters to them. And not call people names. Now we'll get people on here making fun and messing with me and everything. And when the trolls get on here, I mess back with the trolls. But I don't have to do that when majority of the listening audience is coming on here. They take care of all of them and run them off. I'm like, man, I can't make no jokes. Look at these 5 people attacking me. It's because this guy lets us have our opinions on here. You get off. If you're not gonna participate properly, you can go. Yeah, my brother.
You are a sports fan in Columbus. It doesn't get any more local than the sports beat. We cover Columbus River Dragons, Columbus Rapids, Columbus Lions, Columbus Chattanooga.
And like I said, I got people from all different points of view on politics, and they all feel comfortable enough to be able to say, well, I like this person and I don't like that person, but never in a negative response like they try to pretend like people are saying. It's just, I just don't like this person's policies. I don't like this person this. I don't like that. It's never that clickbait stuff that's out there trying to hurt people. So that's pretty much it. And then we have fun. We do true crime on Thursdays. We do weird Wednesdays and have horrifying history coming up. We do true crime experts talking about well-known and unknown true crime. We have movie reviews on Tuesdays. We do sports reviews and talks. We got a woman empowerment that comes on. We have, my buddy Jim was supposed to come on this morning, comedian. He's a conservative comedian. So it just shows all kind of varieties what we do besides that. So, if you're tuning in for the first time, just to let you guys know. And you get behind the scenes more than everybody else because I don't have you guys hooked into my board yet. Welcome back in. Sweet Leaf says good morning to you guys. Welcome everybody in. Sue says Red Bricks. What a cool name. These are all the people off the Navajo Nation. Say hello to you. Tim saying hello. Welcome you in. I've got a different places here. How about a new topic? Like all the mountains are melting buildings. Really? I haven't heard that one yet. That's pretty cool. Alice in Canada says good morning to you. Dave and Michael says good morning to you from Canada. Diana says good morning. Welcome, Red Bricks. What a cool name she's from South Wales. Kiko in Japan says konnichiwa to everybody. Robert says good day from down under in Australia. All these different feeds I got up, guys. That's a good one right there. How about a new topic? This is what Red Brick says. He says, like all the mountains are melted buildings. Lots of in Georgia. Are you from Georgia, brother? Or sister? I don't know whether you're a brother or a sister. I'm sorry. Red Bricks could be anything. I don't want to. Until you say, hey, I'm a man here. And I'll say, whoa, what's up, man? How you doing? Or you say, I'm a woman. I'll say sister. Detroit. You're from Detroit. Cool. Detroit Rock City, as Kiss would say. Also, Detroit, where Kid Rock is from. Dude, I can say man to you then. Good morning, Cher. How you doing? Happy Friday from Iowa. I know that's where she's from. We appreciate her being with us as well, joining us. 38 minutes past the hour. It's currently 68 degrees here in the metro Atlanta and Atlanta areas. We are holding at time and temperature, Southern States Bank time and temperature. Banking made easier, personal and business in East Alabama, West Georgia, Carrollton location, and right here in Noonan, as well as Auburn, Lineville, and Birmingham in Alabama. That is Southern States Bank. All right. All right, Cher. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Everybody's like, what a cool name Red Bricks is. Yeah, I love it too. All right, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill on Thursday. Now, the other ones the other day, these bills lately are not controversial. You know, controversial is not is signing a bill saying we can't learn Black history. That's controversial. I think we should be able to learn Black history, and it's part of American history. But the other day, we were signing to protect police officers and EMTs. You have to be certain back at violence. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. You attack them, you can be charged for misdemeanor. Also, they're going to do investigation into mishandling of citizens and citizens arrest and other things with local police departments. Not a bad deal. This one today, the best one yet for me. Now, some of you may not like this, but, you know, if it was silent against Muslims or another religion, Judaism, I'd be like, hey, nah, that's stupid. Or anything you believe. But this is a good one. I hate the name of that family, to be honest, because it's hard to write it. Oh, okay. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Thursday signed a bill allowing religious leaders and organizations to interact with students in school, a move that the Satanic Temple plans to contest. Yeah, me and Randy Rocket, Cody, and we called him out all the time messing with him. You're the guys that killed off Chris Cornell. We know you did. And no conspiracy theory on that. DeSantis on Thursday held a conference to sign two bills, HB 1317 and HB 931. No wonder in the movie, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, Mississippi, and Louisiana were part of in the Civil War movie, we were under the Florida Alliance. We all kept to ourselves. Oh, really? I've got to read that in a minute. Hold on. Let me finish this and I'm going to read that there, Red Bricks. I got to. I love it. Something cool for all of our listeners. HB 931 established a statewide school chapel program, which means schools can invite religious affiliates to provide counseling and other services to students, which we need, and have written permission from their parents. Now, if you don't want your student to go there, you can. Say, no, I don't want them to sign something. But if you sign saying you want them to, you're happy with it, that's fine. HB 1317 authorized schools districts to bring organizations such as Big Brother, Big Sisters, the Boy Scouts of America, the Boys and Girls Club of America in. What is wrong with that? I hope nobody's against all this. Nothing he's signing right now. Now, I told you this guy had some things I disagreed with him on, especially him not wanting to let us to have African-American history, which I learned in school. But other than that, all this has been good. I don't see anything wrong with him. These things. But the Satanists, members of the Satanic Temple, already planning to test the limits of the school chaplain bill by bringing their own representative to the public school. Despite DeSantis' contempt for religious liberty, the Constitution guarantees. Yeah, it does. It does. The Constitution does guarantee our equal treatment under law. It does, ladies and gentlemen. It does. And DeSantis is not at liberty to amend that. Says co-founder Lucius Graves of the Satanic Temple. Look, I'm on DeSantis' side on this one, guys. Like him or not, I am. But everybody's freedom of speech. No, just like you can't be a racist Nazi. No. Here's the thing. No more racist Nazis, sorry. No more racist Klan members, sorry. It's not freedom of speech. No more Satanists wanting to be equal to the rest of us, the rest of Muslims, Christians, Jews, even the Scientologists, all those that's different thoughts and processes. Satanic temple is nowhere equal to all of us. Somebody's going to come get you. I've been threatened by the best. He was over earlier. Ended up saying it was a joke, but I've been threatened by the best. DeSantis has sparred with him before. This is not. Some have said that if you're doing a school chapel program, that somehow you're going to have Satanists running around our school, he said in a press conference. We're not playing those games in Florida. That's not a religion. That does not qualify to participate. I got to give him credit on that, like him or not. I don't like some of the things he says and does, but dude is right. It is not a religion like the rest of us. And no, you don't see him sitting there saying, hey, somebody can't come in from the Muslim community, do you? No. He said satanic people. I think that as soon as we get in the middle of defining what is religion and what is not, or whether or not someone can be available and be on the list, we start to run into constitutional problems, says the bill sponsor. Whatever. The law goes into effect July 1st. Some people are opposed to it. Really? Really? All I got to say to this is DeSantis is doing something right the last couple. He's really getting ready to run in the next election, the 2028 election. And a lot of people want to see him. Look, I don't like that DeSantis don't know how to distinguish between African-American history and trying to make somebody happy that feels bad about what their ancestors did to somebody. What's up, Captain Hot Buns? But I agree with him on that. There's going to be people who don't like me saying that, and I don't care. When it comes to my religion, which I'm going to be doing a daily devotion in just a few moments, I don't care. Native American Sweet Leaf says, yeah, I agree with you. That is not a religion. As long as he don't go after anything else. He didn't say it. So there you go. Red Bricks. All right. Thanks. I appreciate that I can carry. Okay, here we go. I'll take that down so I can see what he had to say. Good morning, Captain. My buddy Red Bricks says, let's see what he's gave me some information. All right, on his channel. He said that I carried out that handle because my old channel was taken away with no strikes. I proved on my old channel that all Capitol buildings in America were here before America began. Sweetie's like, hey, tell us more. Sue's like, tell us more. All right. Just fixed up and moved in. Kansas City is 30 feet of building debris. Wow, and more. Oh, wait, what's going on here? All right, I'm trying to read his remarks. There's a man named Mark who hates from Georgia, who has much evidence. No, who hails, I'm sorry. There's a man named Mark who hails from Georgia who has much evidence about this subject, which is the new super science that technology is lying about. I want to talk about this on the show. I got to get you guys to come on. I got to get you to come on and talk about this, Red Bricks. I want you on the air. So pop in your email, send your email to me. I think my email's on the radio station page. You can go back into my description to see everything. Pete says, good morning to the Navajo Nation, Share, Hot Buzz, and everyone else. Casey, Kasem, 1994. Yes, brother, I do want to get you on. We'll talk about getting you on one morning. That's something interesting I want to learn about. Just subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'll subscribe to your channel too. And thank you for subscribing to the channel here. And you can go into our feed here and find all my information. Should be on there. Email should be on there and everything. If not, it's 99classicrock@gmail.com. That's 99classicrock@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and take a break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we got more for you this morning. Which UFL team do you expect to get their first win of the season? The Houston Roughnecks or the Arlington Renegades? 56% say the Roughnecks. 44% of you say Renegades. I got to go with the Renegades because some of their players are connected to Fairburn, which is right up the road here from where I'm at in Georgia. Back in a moment. There you go, sister or brother, whichever one you are. We got a lot of Navajo Nation people listening this morning, too. We are on the Navajo Nation on Earth Rock Radio out there. Sounds good, Red Bricks. I appreciate it. Maybe you and Mark could talk and we can get you guys to call in one morning together. Kasem, 1994. I hope I'm saying your name right. Sorry. If I'm not, founded means founded. Yeah. I like to, you see what we learned on here, guys? You see the kind of people we got on that coming on here? This is the kind of stuff you want to talk about. Not all the popular make-believe conspiracy theories that are destroying people's lives. This right here, some intelligent information. Part Cherokee here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. More history that needs to be taught. They don't teach in school. But we got it for the kids. My mom is 3/4 Seminole Indian. And of course, my father was from Scandinavia and his family was Scandinavian. So I got a little bit, I'm going to say just a little bit of Seminole Indian in me. That's why the hair, the nose. But then, like, I can go out in the sun without any kind of, I don't have to put suntan lotion on, suntan oil or whatever. And I don't get burnt. I just darken. Thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Pete said Pete's got some of him too. Woo! No wonder my show's on the Navajo Nation. No wonder they like me out there. I know, Pete. You told me before. Oh.
Call 678-634-9770 today to find more on how to be involved or text K for K Newton to 44321 to donate.
Let's see, what all did I have? Yeah, I definitely want red bricks. I'm going to let everybody know when we get back on the air that you're part Cherokee so the Navajo Nation knows. You're the only ones who can hear me off the air. Everything else is, all my other feeds are playing my spots.
Be sure to listen to the Sustainable Brown Girl Radio Show every Thursday at 10 a.m.
Sports Talk, sports and entertainment radio show. Weekends at 8 p.m. Eastern, live only on WQEE 99.1, The Key, the heartbeat of Atlanta, Southern Talks and Sports. Tune in to live.
Food break. Always good to take a food break, ABC.
Host of Spaced Out Radio. Come join us every night starting at midnight on WQEE 99.1 FM. Together, we will head down a path of mystery and unbelievable
Nuggets happen. There you go.
Experiencing true tales of ghosts, UFOs, monsters from the finest storytellers we know. Tune in to Spaced Out Radio nightly on WQEE 99.1 FM.
Here we go. Yes, indeed. That's who it is. I tell you what, he's right about that. You're listening to your favorite radio show out of Atlanta area on your favorite radio network, 99.1 FM WQEE The Key. We're on the YouTube page. We're all over the different feeds. And I just want to let you guys know why the name Red Bricks is so cool. He is part Cherokee, just to let you guys know. Navajo Nation members. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sweetie says, sweet. Everybody's going, awesome. Great. There you go. They're supporting. Yes, indeed. All right, NASA. Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you guys know, NASA, along with, Mr. SpaceX himself, is confirming that part of the International Space Station, garbage from it, or I would say debris and garbage from the International Space Station, crashed through the roof of a Naples, Florida home on March 8th. They're still investigating on why it happened. But, if it crashes through your roof, you're sitting there taking videos of it. You can check out the video on the WQEE page. All right, time for our daily devotion this morning. Yes, it used to be really cool. The 8th day of April, being sponsored by Noonan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the Metro Atlanta area, Noonan. Thank you, Sweet Leaf. He's read. About time you got to it. You're right. Every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. services inside, under the tent, 9 a.m. and 10:30 services. I usually join the outside services. And 6:30 for the hip, cool kids. Pastor Jimmy Ellison invites you out to transform lives for Jesus' sake. Coming from Psalms 139, 1 through 3, 1 Corinthians 13, 12, Romans 3, 22, and Psalms 21, 6. All-knowing God, you have searched me and known me. You understand my thoughts from afar, and you are immediately acquired with my ways. How thankful am I to know this and to know you fully. Everything about me is visible to you, including my secret thoughts and feelings. This transparency would terrify me if I'm not your beloved child. I've been learning that my intimate relationship with you is so powerful. It's an anointing of even when I'm feeling lonely. Please remind me that to voice my prayers to you when I'm feeling alone or afraid, to voice my prayers to you when I'm happy and when I'm great. Sounds like a Bible verse. It is. I know that you hear my silent prayers too, but I think more clearly when I'm whispering my words or speak them aloud because you understand me and my circumstances. I don't have to explain them to you. And I can spend time just relaxing with you, breathing in the joy of your presence. In your wonderful name, amen. That is brought to you by Noonan City Church. Noonan City Church, transforming lives for Jesus' sake. Every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. services out inside, 9 a.m. and 10:30 outside under the tent, and hip cool kids right there for the hip cool kids that evening, 6:30 services. Coming from Jesus Listens. Jesus Listens. Coming from Jesus Listens, by Sarah Young. She's the author of Jesus Calling. Amen says, share. There you go. There you go. Well, we got to keep pushing it. We got to keep doing it. Sweet Leaf says, thank you for that inspiration this morning, my friend. Sue says, it's always great to hear that. See, I'm glad that my variety of listeners with variety of thoughts and processes and different backgrounds are down with me doing that. It's so cool. It really is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot more in store for you this morning. Hey, I remember you. Before you say, do I remember you? I remember you. Wasim, I remember you. Wasim, I remember you. Hey. There you go. We're going to get ready to take a break. Coming up in the top of the hour, we got more for you. Jim was supposed to be with me this morning. I don't know what had happened. Maybe he was sick again. He really didn't need to be because he has a sold-out show tomorrow night in Roswell, Georgia. And we'll talk more about that coming up in the next period. Back in a moment.
The Key, Sharpsburg, Franklin, LaGrange.
NBC News Radio, I'm Mark Neal. The Iranian Security Council is reportedly meeting after an Israeli...
You're very welcome.
U.S. officials confirmed Israel launched an attack and explosions were heard in the Iranian city of Isfahan. Airstrikes were also reported on Iranian targets in Iraq and Syria. The White House is clarifying that President Biden's uncle...
Thank you to the church for our God and Savior, fillet of fish.
Biden said his uncle Ambrose Finnegan was killed in World War II and then went on to make the cannibals claim.
He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there used to be a lot of cannibals real in that part of New Guinea.
On Thursday, the White House press secretary told reporters aboard Air Force One, Biden was only expressing how incredibly proud he was of Finnegan, and he was not eaten by New Guinea natives in 1944. Former President Trump is complaining that he can't be on the campaign trail because of what he calls a ridiculous trial in New York City. Speaking right after the 12 jurors were selected on Thursday, Trump said the whole world was watching this scam and went on to read news articles criticizing the case.
No, that's not what we did.
In order to cover up payments allegedly made to an adult film star just prior to the 2016 election. Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. will be on the ballot in Michigan. RyanShelander reports.
Officials in the battleground state confirmed the news Thursday. Kennedy's independent bid has scared some allies of President Biden and former President Trump, who feared his name recognition and supporters may be able to swing the election. On Thursday, President Biden received a major endorsement from more than a dozen members of the Kennedy family. I'm RyanShelander.
And the NHL's Arizona Coyotes are moving to Utah. The league's board of governors approved the sale of the team to Utah Jazz owner Ryan Smith on Thursday. The franchise will play in Salt Lake City starting next season. You are listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
Okay, so Domino's perfect combo includes 2 medium wasabi pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter of Coke. Today we're on the street asking real people how much they think it all costs. All of it? All of it. $44 or $45? $34.99. The 2 pizzas are probably 10 each. $75. Well, what if I told you that this Domino's perfect combo is only $19.99? Shut the front door. It's Domino's perfect combo and it's all just $19.99.
Yeah, I know that some of those churches do, but in America, we, Southern Baptists cook meats. so do all the other, churches here, but in different areas they do. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I'm doing the best I can to build it up more and more. Thank you. Wisem, because it's radio and I'm trying to get real radio out there and get people back into radio and see that everybody's got equal opinions. I appreciate that.
Wishbone Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street.
Oh, I know what I got to do.
Same great taste, the best chicken around.
I got to run it unlock the front door. Hey, how you doing, Barda?
Is Wishbone Fried Chicken right next door to the former location.
Barda?
Bringing you the best
Barda?
chicken around.
Barda?
So great. Wishbone Fried Chicken.
How you doing? No problem. You're also a kind man. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be back. I got to run and unlock the front door because I got people coming in. Sorry. When you're by yourself in the whole building, it happens. Stay on, guys. Talk to each other.
706-525-5931 and speak to Charmaine, CP Financial Top Local Sales Agent. Your peace of mind is just a call away.
Nick Arnold here from Coweta Force. Coweta Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowetaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country with Mac McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. Weekdays, 3 p.m. WQEE 99.1 FM.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, sports fans, it's Ron Peterson here, host of the Ron Peterson Show, inviting you.
Where are you guys from? All right.
Of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE.
Okay, I'm back. Pete's from Noonan, Georgia. I know our friend ABC is from Russia.
You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more.
Nope.
And who knows, you might even hear you.
Nope.
That's the Ron Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM. This is the Make a Difference.
Iran, that's right. That's where I knew you from. I remember now. That's where I knew you from. UAE. Are you? Is that where you're from? See, I remember where most of you guys are from when you tell me.
Visit their locations in Huntsville and Athens, and you will understand the difference of the parts supply way. Large selection with the small hometown feel you love. Mention this ad and receive a one-time coupon good for $10 off $50 purchase.
Dubai. Yes, that's right. I remember that too now. That's where, yes. Dubai. Yes, yes, yes.
He's talking about a special young lady who recently went into cardiac arrest and was unresponsive.
Yep.
And then her mom reached out to have a training for their entire family.
Holly is Pete's wife, and she wants to visit Dubai, by the way.
We never want to get a call where we have a child that's, unresponsive and cardiac arrest. We know that this child's laying in front of whoever that's on the scene. They're unresponsive, they're not breathing, they don't have a heartbeat. Last year, that happened to Elena at Leon Elementary School. She was on the playground playing with her friends and just suddenly collapsed. Thanks to the wonderful staff at Leon Elementary School, they have a great response team that responded out to her, got an AED to her, and started CPR. Ultimately, by the time EMS got there, she was unresponsive for a short time after EMS arrived, but by the time we got her in the ambulance, starting to assess her and prepare her for transport, she actually regained a heartbeat, started breathing on her own, and eventually actually woke up. She was not very happy with us at the time. Of course, she didn't realize what all was going on, but she ultimately found out she had a really rare heart condition.
Woo! These are some good news stories about to come up. And I'm going to tell you that Cher is from Iowa on there. So.
To get in touch with Kane Watkins, you can email him at katewatkins@lawcotn.org. I also encourage you to follow Lawrence County EMS on Facebook. Be sure to follow the Mark White Show on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to the Mark White Show podcast wherever you get your podcast. This is Mark White. encouraging you to find your purpose by making a difference in someone's life today.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele. All right, we're going to do it once more. This time, no mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you. When the band began to play, the skies were shining.
Yeah. Way to go, Quag. Joe, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Quagmire. You can. We are still going, Stewie, and we're welcoming into the final period of play on this TGIF Friday edition of your favorite radio show, known as well to everybody else as the RyanORadio Penitentiary and Lockdown. Everybody's worldwide with us. NHL proves the sale of the Arizona Coyotes to Utah. Also, we're going to talk about a new Virginia law allowing student athletes to get paid. It's RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm your host with the most and one, the only Neal. And welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary, ladies and gentlemen. Period number 3, the final period of play. You're in lockdown for another 40 minutes or something like that. Well, we appreciate you being with us this morning. We're going to be doing a little bit more sports, getting ready for the weekend, talking about some good stuff, having a good time. We're going to tell you what's going to happen this weekend, newsmaker line, and, of course, Jim Gossett having that. We want to appreciate everybody tuning in all morning long. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast, all over the RyanORadio media page, Earth Rock Radio, Arizona, Navajo Nation, New Mexico, and across the Georgia communication of family radio stations, 99.1 FM, WQEE the key. To my haters, here's what I got to say to you. And oh yeah, I didn't forget about the British Columbia Isles of Canada up there as well. Don't think I did, guys. And all the people on the YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. We thank you for all over the world, from Dubai to Russia to Iran to everywhere, to Australia to New York, to Georgia, everywhere, Iowa, Texas, California, as well as Tennessee, all of our wonderful listeners worldwide. We got more listeners on the WQEE page worldwide and now coming to our YouTube page than a lot of other radio stations do, because we are real radio for real people. That's right. We do the right thing here, which means all of your guys' opinions are your opinions and everything. They're talking about a flood in Dubai, and it looked horrible and scary. And one of our listeners lives there, and he said it was terrible because his vehicle, I think his vehicle was destroyed. All over the world. Awesome. That's what Pete says. Yeah, we're all over the world. The radio show, RyanORadio Penitentiary, is everywhere you need to be. We're kind of like MasterCard, except for we don't charge you that extra fee for going to Dubai while you're sitting in Noonan. Or from Dubai to Detroit, or from Detroit to Texas, or from Australia to Georgia. I'm just saying we're connecting everybody in our videos. You had online school. All right. They had to have online school because of the flood there. Well, we pray for you guys and everything and keep you in our prayers for sure. Amen. Amen. Well, we're going to talk a little hockey news. And we're also going, it's Football Friday, so we're going to be doing UFL football action as we lead into our Football Friday episodes with the Rod Peterson show from 12 to 2 today, Atlanta's NHL show, 2 to 3 p.m. Atlanta and Georgia's local sports voice, the sports people Richard Holdridge, and Braves Country Radio with Matt McGee and Armchair Quarterback. So I'll have a little bit more football action for you today, too. We got a lot of college and NFL they want to talk about. So football action today with our Football Friday edition of all of our sports programming. more sports programming. Indeed. Watching a Ben 10 episode, and there was a contestant that won a trip to Dubai. Oh, yeah. There you go. All right, let's start off with some hockey. The River Dragons got game 2 tonight against the Mississippi Seawolves. They beat them the other night, and Bob Brown won himself a 6-pack to see the River Dragons back in action tonight. 6 big tickets for him right there at the Columbus Civic Center. Show up with him and 5 of his friends, and he's got tickets available. 678. Of course, contact me, make sure. Congratulations to him as the River Dragons, 7:35, Columbus Civic Center tonight. And take on the Seawolves. They win this game tonight. There won't be a game 3 tomorrow night. They lose, there will be a game 3. They win tonight. They move on to the FBHL finals next weekend against whoever is in the northern part of that area. We'll talk about that closer to it coming in. And ladies and gentlemen, NHL approved the sale of the Arizona Coyotes over to Utah's Jazz owners. They're moving it to Utah. This has been a talk. They've been saying, oh, if they move it, there's not going to be any other teams. Atlanta may not get a team. Nope. That don't mean Atlanta won't get a team. It just won't be. It may not be next year. That don't mean Atlanta won't get a team. We've already got. We got the Atlanta Falcons football. We got Atlanta Braves baseball. Atlanta Hawks basketball. We got the Atlanta Dream WNBA basketball team. We got the Atlanta United soccer team. We've got the Atlanta Vibe volleyball team. We can have an Atlanta hockey team. For people to think, oh, it's not diverse and it's more diverse in Atlanta than ever. All right. It's as far as like sports wise, everybody's loving it all. Telling you, from me to you, we're going to get one. We've got a WNBA team, an NBA team, an NFL team, an MLB team, a Major League Soccer team, MLS team, and now a volleyball team. So I don't see us not getting a team here. And so many people talking about, I don't see it not happening. Atlanta's not going to support it. We support a volleyball team. We support every team we have here. The Atlanta Dream probably have a better record of people showing up to see the WNBA women's basketball here in Atlanta than all over the country. So just to let you know. Maybe not out in Utah and everything because they're into that. The Arizona Coyotes will be moving to Salt Lake City as the NHL's board of directors on Thursday approved the team's sale to their new owner. The team's assets and reserve rosters and draft picks were sold to Smith Entertainment Group, led by Ashley and Ryan Smith, who are owners of the Utah Jazz. I wonder if they're going to be called the Utah Coyotes, or are they going to change them? They purchased them at $1.2 billion, with $1 billion going to the Coyotes owner and $2 million and marking as a relocation fee to be split among the NHL owners. Ooh, everybody's going to pay for that. While the sale renders the Coyotes franchise inactive, he does retain the team's logo, mark, branding, and everything, so as a right to reactivate the franchise in the future if he'd like to. So they won't be the Coyotes. He is going to be able to keep all that in case they want to bring the Coyotes back. Wolves are my team name. That's right for us. Wolves are our team name. Go Red Wolves. Go. Big fan already, and we don't even have one yet. The Coyotes spent the past 2 seasons at less than ideal 46,000-seat arena, the campus of the Arizona State University. Simply unfair to the players, coaches, stockholders, and everything to keep doing this. Give them a couple of years, they might be back. You never know. Good morning. Good morning. Hello?
My name is Dave with Healthcare. How are you doing today?
This is who? Who is this?
My name is Dave with Healthcare Solution. How are you doing today?
I am doing good, Dave. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Kindly just bear with me for a few seconds. Are you currently enrolled in Medicare A and B?
Yeah, I got all the insurance I need.
How old are you?
Way old. You're on a recorded line as well.
I told you to stand your investigation. How old are you?
This is, ladies and gentlemen, here's an AI again. See, they hung up. It's an AI. That wasn't a real person. He had too good of a voice. Real people are like, hey, how you doing there, buddy? Homie? And they sound like that out in Kansas when they call you. All right, anyway, back to what I was saying that was important, which was the Coyotes. They're still saying, we're going to have a team. They really want you to have insurance, don't they? Yeah, I know. I already have insurance. They really want me to have insurance. That's an AI. Laugh out loud. How old are you? Too old. I don't understand. How old are you? That's AI. That's how you know it's AI when it's a real person. And they're like, well, sir, I'm just trying to help you out. How can you call? You're probably long distance from your country to the United States, buddy, but my phone, the radio station phone number is in the feed there somewhere on the feed. But all right, anyway, what was I saying? So we got Coyotes moving over. Utah's going to have a game. They might bring it back. I know that we're talking about us having a franchise here in Atlanta. We got so many different teams. Come on. They're getting prepared for it. They're already building something in North Georgia. They're already building something, guys. They are. They're already building something. So they're getting ready for it. All right, TKO Company, 20 minutes past the hour. Current conditions, we're holding at 68 degrees, I should say. Beautiful sunny skies out there in the metro Atlanta area. Ladies and gentlemen. And your time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control, 34 Jefferson Street in Noonan. Summer, winter, spring, fall, we don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the Grew can exterminate and lay the smack down for you. Congratulations to Bob Brown once again winning a six-pack to see the River Dragons in Game 2 of their semifinals tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. You guys get out and pack the arena and say WQEE and RyanORadio Penitentiary sent you. All right, TKO announced their first quarter 2024 results on Wednesday in a teleconference, saying they earned a lot more and looking good for a great year for the WWE/UFC. There you go. They are already building something. Yes, they're building. Put ice down because they're not specialized ice hockey arenas. They just put the ice down like they do at the Columbus Civic Center for the Columbus River Dragons. All right, we got some football news for you. It's Football Friday. We're going to get into Football Friday. Football Friday. We're going to kick it off here in just a few. Oh, you get it? Kick it off. Yeah. You guys get it. And I got the wow. The poll question is flipped now by now. We'll get into that. All right. A new Virginia law in Virginia signed by the governor there, Glenn Youngkin, based student athletes for their name, image, and likeness endorsements. It's the first law in the state that could override and nullify the NCAA's rule on student athletes NIL compensation. Wow. The new law takes effect July 1st. It outlaws NCCA punishment for the schools paying athletes through their NIL deals. That's name, image, and likeness, by the way, once again. The new law states no institution or agency, athletic association, conference, or any other organization with authorization over college students shall prohibit or prevent a student athlete from earning compensation from his name, likeness, image, and except otherwise permitted in this section. So now they're going to get paid. Good for them. Oh, you missed it. Did you watch Poland? Did you listen to the show yesterday? Man, we talked about a murderer in Poland yesterday. So there you go. Name, image, and likeness, ladies and gentlemen. College athletes are going to get paid for it. Sheriff says, and I'm going to respond now before we get into our sports to our audience on the YouTube page. They're talking about places they are visiting, and ABC lives in Russia. And Sheriff says, almost got to Russia when I was on a Scandinavian cruise a couple ago, but they took the stop out and gave us Poland instead. Cool. All right, time for some football action. Are you ready for some football? I'm ready for some football. I am. I'm ready for some more football this weekend. Coming up, a 2 weekends, 3 games on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. Saturday's games begin at 12 noon on ABC. 12:30 will be kickoff between the Memphis Showboats and the St. Louis Battlehawks. You also have at 7 p.m. the Panthers taking on the Brahmas. And the main event tomorrow night, they're saying that's going to be on Fox. As well as DC Defenders take on the Stallions at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. They're going to be on ESPN. Coming up on Saturday. On Sunday, Fox, 1 game, 2 p.m. The Renegades against the Roughnecks. These two teams have not won a game. The first 3 games of the season, this is week 4 of the UFL. There's been some ups and downs. The Birmingham Stallions are number 1 overall in both the USFL division and both UFL and everything. So most teams are 2-1 on the season. The Stallions out of Birmingham are 3-0, and they got to take on, of course, tomorrow night. They take on the DC Defenders, playing them at home. Also, ladies and gentlemen, which UFL team do you expect to get their first win of the season? The Houston Roughnecks were leading the Arlington Renegades the whole morning, but now the Roughnecks got 45% of your votes, and the Renegades have 55% of your votes. At 25 minutes past the hour, you're tuned in to RyanORadio Penitentiary. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, Roughnecks. I voted for that. I know you did. The Roughnecks are 45% of the votes now. Now, most of you are thinking those Renegades, 55%. I think our Georgia listeners have popped on there because we got 2 or 3 former Landmark Christian War Eagles alumni, including one, Donald Payne, as well as an assistant coach from the Landmark Christian War Eagles playing for the Arlington Renegades. Go Renegades Sunday. And Birmingham Stallions tomorrow night. Woo! We'll have more for you on Monday. Back in a moment.
This is called another fun. Thank you so much. It's Saturday Night Live, April 20th at the Coastal Grill, formerly House in Roswell, featuring comedian Jim Gossett from the Rob Carson National Radio Show.
They're losing in the votes now. Yep.
That's Saturday, April 20th, 8 p.m. at the Coastal Grill in Roswell. For tickets or information, visit 678-829-SHOW. 678-829-SHOW.
Active Pest Control offers the best services and prices to protect your home, offering both monthly and quarterly pest control services, plus specific services like bedbug, turning roads, and flea control. Even if you can't see them, insects are all around you 24/7. Active Pest Control wants to be the first line of defense. Active Pest Control.
Hello.
Is it Ryan?
Yeah. This is Ryan. How can I help
How
you?
you doing, sir? This is Red Brick Bob, man. I just had a call real quick.
Hey.
Good morning. I want to get with you one day to talk about this. You guys got a guy out of Atlanta, out of Georgia there. I'm not sure exactly where, but his name is Mark.
Okay.
So many people. This has been growing since 2019. That's when I discovered all the mountains I melted building. And it's just fascinating. It's changed my life. I am a melted building believer. So I just wanted to make a quick call. I'm just trying to. It was a hell of a thing to try to get you up on the TV. I don't know why. Every time I went to click on it, it would just freeze up.
Right.
So finally I got you up, and I'm excited. Anytime you want, I send you my email. My email is chiefjoseph9@gmail.com, spelled incorrectly. JOESPH, because Chief Joseph, that wasn't his name, so I spelled it.
Okay, well, give that to me again so I can send you an email over to let you know I got it today. Spell it all out for me.
CHIEF.
Okay.
Joseph, JOESPH 9, the number 9, at gmail.com.
All right. I'll send you something over.
Bob, and anytime, sir. And it'll blow your mind once, I'm not trying to convince the world.
No.
Yourself after you see the empirical evidence that we have shown.
No problem. No, I like to give people an opportunity to speak and do things. My audience likes interesting history facts and different things like that. So, like I said, it's not all about what everybody else is doing. And what I do here at the station and what I do on my show is try to get into interesting facts that nobody really wants to talk about, but they do want to hear, but nobody else is talking about it. I'm not all about the popular trends, as you could tell. I got long hair, and so I'm a punk rock heavy metal guy. So I'm not about just talking about Ted Bundy and all that.
Sweet. Well, that's what we need. We need more people like you around. So I don't want to hold you up from what you're doing this morning. I got to take care of my dogs and so forth and wake up here a little bit. It's like 9:30 here.
All right. Well, yes, the same time here, 9:30.
I'll respond back to you. I'll send you some links so you can look at some of these people, because we went from hardly any viewers to, I only have under 1,000. No, I have a little over 1,000 subscribers.
Cool.
But some of the people who got on board after I have big numbers. Like one character named John Levi. Levi, I call him Levy because I don't know, I just like to harass him because he's not about.
Right. Sounds good.
Anyway, I know you're busy doing your thing there. I don't want to hold you up too much there, so I just wanted to introduce myself and make sure I got you programmed in my phone here. RyanORadio, I call it.
Yeah, that's it. RyanORadio. There you go. I appreciate it.
Have a beautiful day, sir.
You too, my friend. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Carry on. We'll be watching here from Detroit.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye. Ooh, that sounds good there, ladies and gentlemen. Red Bricks was with us here during the break. That's why the music was going a little longer. I was discussing, it's important to me to discuss. All right. Let's see what else we got going on this morning, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of newsworthy notes about 32 minutes past the hour. Current conditions, we're holding at 68 degrees in the Atlanta market. And time and temperature this time brought to you by Southern States Bank. Southern States Bank, making banking easier for East Alabama and West Georgia. 68, 69 now, and everything. Yeah, that was Red Bricks who's on with us, guys, from Detroit. All right, a couple of newsworthy notes. NASCAR's Bubba Wallace and his wife are expecting their first child, as well as Jason Kelce, who won the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Jason Kelce has won the Super Bowl. Back a couple of years ago with the Philadelphia Eagles, ladies and gentlemen, and guess what? He took some kind of challenge on his podcast to jump into a big old pool full of chili. I don't know if it's Texas chili, probably Philadelphia chili. But anyway, He jumped in there, and guess what? He lost his Super Bowl ring. Now, that was Travis Kelce who jumped in there and lost the ring. Taylor Swift would be like, oh, you lost the ring. Don't you dare lose my ring. Sorry, I had to pick on him. But anyway, Jason said they're going to still try to find it and everything. They're still looking. He's still got somebody looking through that chili. They still got people looking through that chili. The Chargers have signed ex-Ravens quarterback J.K. Dobbs as their quarterback, and the Heat star Jimmy Butler got injured in a knee injury the other night, so the game with the Bulls this weekend is off limits for him. NBA bans Toronto's Jonte Porter for life for gambling violations, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is what I want to talk about because this is gambling violations. This has to do with news and everything else. Gambling violations. The league's investigating into the prior Toronto game on March 20th, where he disclosed some information to a bettor, and he was out he supposedly got injured in the first couple of minutes of the game, first 5 minutes of the game, he was out. He bet against his own team at times when he was not playing to lose. It's not hard to see Toronto losing anyway, but don't get mad at me, Calgary fans and Toronto fans up there. Don't get mad at me, Toronto fans. It's true. Why do you think he had to replace your coach a couple of years ago? Anyway, he bet his NBA bettor betted $8,000 and won $1.1 million. Now, he's been banned for life from the NBA. He will never be able to play with the NBA ever again. Now, whatever he's owed money-wise, whatever money he has, I guess he's going to have to go become a professional gambler in Las Vegas or something, because it doesn't look like Porter is going to be playing NBA basketball ever again. Ever again, ladies and germs. Ever again. Dum da dum dum dum. Dum da dum dum dum. Yeah, I didn't get to do that yesterday because we didn't get to enough dumb crook news. So let me see if I do have that dumb crook news from yesterday. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I know that you guys are going to love this. Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, man, recently said in a statement, he was being interviewed by some network or something about who he was going to choose for who he's going to choose for president. Patrick Mahomes backed up and backed the squad up and said, "Hey, hold on a second. It's not my choice or influence on the fans out there, basically, to tell them who to vote for." He says I'm not going to say anything. He said in the presidential election or any other election, because you need to do your own research and decide for yourself. Some people are saying, was he backpedaling? No, brother man was doing what's right, just like Elvis Presley did what's right back in the day. Entertainers, we complain about entertainers having political views, right? We complain about it all the time. If they agree with us, it's all right for them to have a political view. If they disagree with us, then it's not all right. I like what Patrick Mahomes did. I like that he said that, no, it's not my choice to say this. I have my own personal, and I'm not going to tell you. It's your choice as a person, as a citizen of this country, to make your choice, to go out and make your decisions, to go out and choose who you decide who you want to be your representative, basically. I don't know if he said it that properly because he's a quarterback football player. He's got an education, but he probably said it in layman's terms for the layman to understand. But basically, what I take from Patrick Mahomes is the man is not going to try to influence his fan base on whichever side of the aisle. He's not going to jump on this side or that side, which is a very, very good thing. In my opinion, it's a very, very good thing. He just says, go out do your own research and vote. That's the way I think celebrities should do. I mean, not show up at a conference and say, this is my choice. Because then they lose out people wanting to watch their movies, their concerts, their going to their comedy shows or whatever, making choices. So I like what Patrick Mahomes did. I give him all the credit in the world. No wonder Kansas City's been the champions for a couple of years. He's a good leader. He's a good man. So he is the Rock. He will be a GOAT one day, just like Tom Brady. And I give him all the credit in the world. So many people should say, yeah, that's a good deal. Well, Dog the Bounty Hunter had some opinions, but no, it went on politics. He talked about the suspects in the death of the two Kansas women that were allegedly killed by a group of anti-government religious group called God's Misfits. Wayne Chapman, better known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, whose first wife, Beth, passed away a few years ago. He has had a show with Liam, his son. I used to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter. Love the show. I don't even know if he's still doing it or not. He spent a lot of time in Colorado, Hawaii. He tracked down criminals and took them back that missed their court dates. Well, Dog the Bounty Hunter said in a recent interview with News Nations that it would be more appropriate to call them the devil's hand. On Wednesday, the judge denied bond for not one, but all four suspects arrested in connection to the killing of a 27-year-old woman and a 39-year-old woman. The killers are Tiffany Adams, 54, Todd Colum, 43, and Cora, 44, and Cole, 50, Wombly. All have been charged with kidnapping and first-degree murder of the two women. And he had further information, his thoughts on that. I hope I said their last name right, but it doesn't really matter. They're jabronis. But yeah, I think it's pretty neat that we're hearing from Dog the Bounty Hunter. Wonder if he's got some more shows. You can go back and watch some old shows all everywhere, stream them, whatever. Roku, YouTube, whatever. Tubi probably has them. Pluto probably has them. If you got internet, all that stuff's free. Most all that stuff's free. You got to buy a Roku to get it. But, there you go. Anyway, that's the way it looks to me. So that's a few things we want to talk about this morning. 20 minutes away from the top of the hour. It's still currently 69 degrees, 69. It's 69. Oh, you heard me. It's 69. We're going to take another break back here momentarily on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. We appreciate you, and everybody tuning in. Of course, which UFL team do you expect to get their first win of the season? The Houston Roughnecks or the Arlington Renegades? Now the poll is tied at 50% for each. We'll keep you updated on what's going on. If the Stallions win this weekend, it'll be 4-0 in a season. Birmingham Stallions. They're kind of closer to us than most. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment. More on the way as the RyanORadio Penitentiary cruises on.
Ravens receiver Zay Flowers, who was involved in a domestic violence investigation earlier this year, will not be punished by the NFL as no evidence was found he violated the league's personal conduct policy. The final two spots in the NBA playoffs will be locked up tonight. Pelicans and Kings meet New Orleans for the West 8th seed, while the Bulls visit the Heat for the East final spot. Heat guard Jimmy Butler will miss several weeks due to a knee injury he suffered in their loss to the Sixers. Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's dealing with a calf injury, could be out 2 to 4 weeks and miss their entire first-round series against the Pacers. On the ice, the Kings beat the Blackhawks in overtime to clinch the third seed in the Pacific Division, while the Golden Knights fell to the Ducks and slipped to the second wildcard spot in the West. Kings will face the Oilers in the first round, while Vegas will visit the top seed Stars. That's sports. Ron Tomas, NBC News Radio.
Hank Arnold here from Cowie to Force. Cowie to Force is Newman's own addiction recovery support center. We exist to provide recovery support services for individuals and family members who have been impacted by addiction. Our services are no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cowitoforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
Baseball Fried Chicken is back in a brand new location. 31 Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton. Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
I'll have to go turn the air on.
Right next door to their former location, bringing you the best chicken around.
I can handle it, but I got to make sure my clients are comfortable.
Jackson Street, Suite A here in Newton.
Use your music to the lyrics speak to you on deeper level and personal insight. Join me at Hollywood every Friday morning at 3 a.m. on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, for our show Lyrical Wisdom. Every week we will dive into the lyrics of songs and uncover hidden messages that we hope will leave you feeling inspired and enlightened. We know that our ideas may not always line up with yours, so this show will be an open discussion. Email us with ideas for songs at lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. That's lyricalwisdomshow@gmail.com. Let's share some wisdom together.
Hello, everyone. This is DJ Commando of a 45's Affair radio show, where I play all vinyl 45s. You're listening to WQEE 99.1 FM, Newton, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back in. Good little AJ Styles music. AJ Styles takes on LA Knight. The winner tonight on SmackDown will move forward to take on, I think Backlash is the next pay-per-view, WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes, who's officially on the SmackDown roster. I think beginning next week or towards the end of the month, we're going to start having WWE drafts. We'll talk more about that. All right, we welcome you back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. We appreciate everything going on with you this morning, and we appreciate everybody being with us. We really do. We really do. Let's end the morning out a little bit. Let's take a look at some things going on with Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You know, I always got to get, I've been a wrestling fan for a number of years. Most of you that listen to the show already know that and everything. But it's been hard for me to concentrate on the world of professional wrestling. Even when I had WrestleMania last weekend or the weekend before last, and I talked about it. And it was kind of hard for me to do that because of Vince McMahon, one of the biggest content makers in the business, did what he did, been accused of what he did to Janelle Grant, and so much going on with her. And what he did to, kind of like that guy earlier that sounded like he was a 39-year-old man, said he was 39, and he sounded like a kid. That was on the feed earlier. This 78-year-old man sounded like he was trying to be a teenager. Saying some of the, we've talked about some of the stuff on the show, but we didn't really read through the whole thing because it's just something you don't want to read through. I have read through it, but it's something you don't want to read through on the air. Well, after resigning from the WWE this January, very little regarding the happenings of the former WWE chairman Vincent Kennedy McMahon has emerged. That changed on Wednesday when a NBC News story gave a glimpse of McMahon's life since him resigning, particularly in how he's handling the Janelle Grant lawsuit against him, a lawsuit that accused McMahon of sex trafficking and abuse. Let's just say it like that. The story also shined light on McMahon's private life, including that McMahon has remained in contact with two key figures in the WWE in the form of John Cena and TKO board of director members, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Oh, both of those guys were at WrestleMania. Heck, he ain't even keeping in contact with his own son-in-law, Triple H. Shortly after the story emerged, the McMahon spokesperson for Grant reached out to WrestleNomics with a statement regarding Johnson and Cena maintaining a relationship with McMahon, posted on X a statement calling Johnson and Cena shameful for maintaining the relationship with McMahon despite allegations against him, and behind-the-scenes support is louder than any public statement can ever be. Ooh. Have you smelled what The Rock is cooking? Now here's what Vince is saying to The Rock. Have you smelled what I'm cooking on the top of her head? Oh, I know what you're cooking, Vince. I know you're cooking something that smells like, it smells like manure. Yeah, I'm cooking it on top of her head. What do you think, Cena? You can't see me. You can't see me. Uh-oh. Tony Khan, these may be two guys that could make your money, but you don't want to get them. You should have kept CM Punk. So CM Punk never did anything dirty like this. He even said he was never friends with McMahon. And CM Punk was the bad guy, huh? CM Punk was the bad guy. Mark's out there. He was the bad guy. He didn't kiss McMahon's butt. If he would have, there'd have been a lot of manure coming out of it. The statement also reveals that Cena and Johnson continue associating with McMahon. It comes shortly after both wrestlers played a big part in WrestleMania 40, an event that seen many attempt to see WWE distance themselves from Vince and Kenny McMahon and let it be the new regime under Triple H. Appearing both nights, Johnson competed night one, teaming up with his cousin Roman Reigns to defeat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. And the next night, when Reigns and Rhodes wrestled, night two, interference not only from Cena in the match, Johnson in the match, Undertaker in the match, Seth Rollins as the Shield guy in the match. Everybody came in. Other people and members of the family. While Johnson hasn't publicly acknowledged McMahon since the resignation, Cena has publicly spoken about McMahon in both 2023 and 2024, receiving criticism both times for showing McMahon support. Neither Johnson nor Cena have responded to a statement from Grant's spokesperson. Wow. He didn't do me wrong. Yeah, I know. Cousin Leroy never did you wrong. He paid you to go out and work while he was out there, maneuvering all over women and killing people that were different than him. But yeah. He was always a nice guy to me. I always loved that situation that everybody's like, well, they were always good to me. Charles Manson was always good to me. Jim Jones was always nice to me. Ted Bundy was always a nice guy. Jeffrey Dahmer seemed like a friendly kid. Yep, there you go. Yep, that's what I say. I know some of you, let me go ahead and end this poll because I want to make sure you guys are able to respond to me. Live chats are on. There you go. All right, we ended the poll this morning. So we'll tell you what the poll ended in just a few moments. But yeah, so the whole thing with Vince McMahon, some of you might understand, but there's because you're young, but there's a lot of people out there in this world who's done a lot of things. And I'm using these examples. And they're like, well, Vince is not as bad. Well, Vince is as bad in a different way, but he's as bad. And John Cena just kind of like, he never was bad to me. He never maneuvred on one of my girlfriends. He never acted that way in front of his big stars. Now Dwayne "Rock" Johnson and John Cena have been linked to him after everything. Even his own son-in-law is not even linked to him anymore. And his daughter and him not speaking to it. Come on. It's like, I still got to keep it. I still want to be in this business. Well, Vince, come on. And there was a poll question up on one of the wrestling sites that, well, once Vince McMahon sells all of his stock and everything, he's going to go invest in another wrestling company or start his own wrestling company. Would you support him? And then there's a bunch of idiots on there like, I would, yeah, I would. I don't care you manured on a woman, or I don't care you abused her mentally, or I don't care you try to share her to everybody. Who's going to be on his roster? Who's going to be the first person on his roster? When, of course, they brought Brock Lesnar's name up at the Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman did, but I guess Brock is not a part of all that. But this be like, I'm starting a new company, Brock. It's called Manures Wrestling Alliance, and I want you to be the champion. I'm gonna hire Ryback back since nobody will hire him, and he'll start talking good about me on his podcast. Calls Vincent Kenny McMahon and NWA Manure Wrestling Alliance is taking over the world. As the kids would say, true that. So, yeah. I had to end it on this. It was, wow, I couldn't believe this. A couple other newsworthy notes this morning. Some stories from the U.S. Kennedy family members endorse President Biden and reject their own family member, RFK Jr. In the world news, Indonesia evacuates thousands after the volcano erupts, causing a tsunami threat. Business, we told you about this earlier. Google terminates 28 employees after a multi-city protest. We told you about that. And, of course, in sports, lawyers for Nesser assault survivors have reached an agreement with the Justice Department for $100 million. Wow. That's just some of the things there in your headlines. All right, ladies and gentlemen, which UFL team do you expect to get the first win of the season? The Houston Roughnecks or the Arlington Renegades? They were tied 50-50. And finally, 52% of you believe the Roughnecks will beat the Renegades this weekend. 47% for the Renegades and everything. There you go. Andrew Blondes, my lovely bride, is back. We don't know that Stephanie and Triple H are not speaking to him. Well, as far as company-wise, they're not allowed to. They signed NDAs, not allowed to. Well, Stephanie might be, but Triple H is not because he signed something. The media can make anything look true. I think we just need to wait and see how it plays out. That's called buying your friends. He did do it. He did it. Problem is, Vince is going to start his own wrestling company after all the legal stuff goes out. Vince is going to start his own wrestling company. He's trying to stay in touch with The Rock and Cena to help him out. He's not going back to the WWE. He will never be back in the WWE. And he manured all over the girl. It's not made up. It's actual texts from Vince McMahon's phone to this girl's phone. It's all in a legal document. Why did Google do what they did? Because you're not supposed to be. When you sign to work with a business, you can on your own time go out and do whatever you want to do, but you can't do it during business hours. These people were protesting during their job time. So that was a good report there to let you guys know. All right. It's that time again. Time for me to get out of here. Red Bricks, we appreciate you calling us this morning and getting my information to me. And I'm going to get some information to you. We're going to get you on the show. Thank you. And get you and some of your friends on the show. A lot of those people do think they are entitled. You got that right. You're talking about Vince McMahon? Yeah. I don't really care if people protest. I don't have a problem with anybody having different opinions. I just got, you just can't do it. When you sign with Google or a big company, they expect you to show up to work and not act fool. Now, if you're going to say, hey, I'm taking the day off, they can't tell you what you can do in your personal life. But they can tell you what not to do. Same way with the NDA, same way with Triple H. He's not allowed to get in touch with his own father-in-law, guys, because he works for the company. It's from Vinnie Mac. So thank you, Red Bricks. I'm glad we ran into each other. I appreciate you liking, subscribing, and being a part of the show and everything. I mean, look, if I worked for a company and they said I couldn't talk to somebody in my family, it was like that. Yeah. Gail says, have a great weekend, everybody. Gail, we're just now seeing you pop up in the feed. I know you've been here the whole time. Hope you did, because there's some stuff that was done. All right. We appreciate all you guys. Once again, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. This thing is growing every day on the YouTube page. You can go back and listen to our show, download it off of Spreaker.com on the RyanORadio Media under Ryan O'Neal, as well as you can catch it on all of our sites, live and download it anywhere from iHeart to Amazon Prime have us on there. Hopefully one day I'll get on Roku with this show. Yeah. And with all that being said and done, we are out of here. Peace, love, respect. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We're back here Monday. We've got Coach Tommy Lewis on Monday. We've got Twisted Tuesday with our good friend Shane B. Movie Reviews. We've got Gasky on Wednesday and True Crime Thursday next week. You guys have a great weekend. You were watching everybody, huh? I appreciate even the death threat guy this morning. He was joking. I appreciate all of you. I had another listener really mad at him for that. Thank you guys for being on my side and everything. We appreciate it. We'll be back here Monday, bright and early, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace, love, respect. I'm out of here. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and share, and get as many people on as we can. What in the world? There we go.
Phyllis, Ryan.